Hi guys, welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and forgive the hair and the makeup. I've been at work all day and I just came home and jumped on here and started filming. But today I want to show you guys really quickly, because I only have like 14 minutes left on my camera here, really quickly what my favorite brushes and tools are that I use, well, that are just my absolute favorite that I use. So I'm going to start with foundation brushes. Now you guys are going to have to forgive me because just about all of these brushes I have used recently, so they are not clean. Don't judge. I clean my brushes once a week, so I have already used a lot of these. So we're going to start with foundation. So first of all, for my liquid foundations, my favorite brush to use, and this is dirty, this is my IT Cosmetics Heavenly, what is this, the Heavenly Luxe, yes. This is the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush. This fat side here I use for foundation. It is just the perfect liquid foundation, buffing it into the skin, leaves no streaks, and it also works great for just kind of pouncing foundation in as well. And it's soft but yet dense enough to where, I mean, the foundation just goes on pretty much flawlessly. Then the other side has got a concealer brush, and I will use the concealer brush for, blending in concealer under my eyes. So I love this. It is a $40 brush, but I feel that this brush is well worth the expense. IT Cosmetics has got some beautiful brushes. They're just not cheap, but it is well worth the expense, and if you take care of your brushes, they're going to last you a really long time. So I really feel like this was a good investment brush for me. I also like this IT Cosmetics, what is this one called? This is just called the Brilliant Powder Brush, and I use this for my powder foundation. Like, I have my Bare Minerals original foundation, which I love, and I'll use this brush to buff that in. So I'll get the foundation in the cap, I'll rub it in until it is pushed all the way down into the brush, and then I will just buff and buff and buff and buff until my hand feels like it's going to fall off, and then I get the perfect application of powder foundation with this brush. This came in a set that I got last Christmas at Ulta, but they do have other powder brushes like this that are very similar, if not exact, just not, the glittery handle here. And they probably run about $35, $38. But again, I feel that this is really a great investment brush here. Okay, so let's bring it down to a little bit more of an affordable brush. Now, for things like CC creams, BB creams, I really like the e.l.f., what is this called? The e.l.f. complexion brush, I think this is. I don't remember. It was $3. That I remember. But I love this because it covers so much real estate on the skin that it is absolutely perfect for blending in your CC creams, your BB creams, without leaving any streaks, without over applying. It just blends it into the skin beautifully. So again, for BBs and CC creams, this is my absolute favorite foundation brush. And this works great also for your more lightweight foundations, like my L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation works beautiful with it. My NARS Tinted Moisturizer, favorite brush to use with that. So, I mean, this, I just absolutely love this. So guys, $3 at Walmart or Walgreens, and you can pick this up, and it is well worth it for those of you who like to wear your CCs, your BBs, your tinted moisturizers, your lightweight foundations. Great brush. Now, for my more creamy and stick foundations, I like to use these guys right here. These are from Luxie. They're both the exact same brush, just different colors. I got these actually in a BoxyCharm. And these are the 660 Precision Foundation brushes. And these are beautiful for your cream foundations. So I'll take my stick foundation and I will wipe it all over my face. And then I will take this and blend that in with this brush. And it is just dense enough, and it does have a nice taper there, that it actually really does a great job blending and gets into the creases around my nose and gets in under my eyes as well. So it's like the perfect shape for just kind of getting everywhere, and it's the perfect denseness without it being too fat and too thick for those cream applications. So absolutely love this. And again, it's the Luxie Precision Foundation brushes. Luxie is a little bit more affordable, and you can get them online. So for blush, a couple of my favorite blush brushes. This one is the 850 from Sedona Lace. It is an angled blush brush, and I feel like it's skinny, but yet it fits perfectly into my blush palettes, into my pans, and then I can just, look at that, it fits my cheek perfect, and I can just swipe and then blend with the same brush, and I absolutely love the application I get with this. Also, another one is a really cheap brush as well. I picked this up at Target. It was like $4. I don't even know what the name of this is. I don't even think it's an Up and Up brush. It's just a Target brush. And this brush works great for blush as well. It's kind of fatter. It's a little bit fatter than the Sedona Lace. It's not angled, but it does have this taper here at the tip, so I can actually really get into the tip here and really just circular motions and swirl the blush into my skin. And because of that tip, with it being a little tapered here, I can also get a precise highlight right there as well. So this is a great little brush, and again, it was $3. For cream blushes, I like my e.l.f. small stipple brush. This guy right here, it does have blush on it. I use this for my stick blushes, my cream blushes, and I love this because it just blends blush in, cream blush in just perfectly. You just stipple it in like that. It works great for cream highlights as well right here. Great little $3 brush. Again, e.l.f. small stipple brush. For setting concealer under my eyes, we're going to another e.l.f. brush. I like affordable brushes. So this is the e.l.f. small tapered brush, this little guy right here. It's got powder on it. I see that. But I use this to set my under eye. So I'll swirl some powder on the brush, and it just fits perfectly right here. So I will pat the powder on and then dust it off, just like that. Fits perfectly for that. It also gets right into around the nose if I need to put a little concealer there as well. I love this little $3 brush from e.l.f. And again, it is the small tapered brush. Then for bronzer, I have another e.l.f. brush. Are you guys seeing a pattern here? So for bronzer, I like the e.l.f. complexion brush, this guy here. And it's not really, I mean, it's a little bit tapered, and the brushes do kind of taper up to, you know, a little bit of a flatter surface, I guess, up here at the top. It is kind of pinched in just a little bit. I mean, can you guys tell there? It's kind of pinched in and then it poofs out a little. But I love this for bronzer application. So I can get right around my hairline, I can get my jawline, I can get it right up here in my cheeks, you know, down around the nose. I like to put light bronzer a little bit of everywhere just to liven up my skin a little bit, and this works perfect for that. This other brush that I use for bronzer is by Isabella Scott. This little guy right here, and again, he's a little bit pinched in and flares out. Again, has some taper up to the top here. I got this at TJ Maxx, and it was like $4. So you can sometimes find some decent brushes, off-name brushes like this one at TJ Maxx. For highlighters, I have two. I've got my Royal and Langnickel Highlight and Glow, and then I've got my Real Techniques setting brush. These two right here. Guys, these are really the exact same brush if you look at them. Okay, so it's just one is Royal and Langnickel. You can get them both at Walmart. The Real Techniques you can get at Walmart. They fit perfectly right here. They blend, highlight in like nobody's business. Both brushes do. I mean, they fit perfect. And I just absolutely love both of these for powder highlight. This is my Real Techniques base shadow brush. I use this for putting down my primers. So like my paint pot, my MAC paint pot, I'll dip this in and prime my eyes with it, and it works perfectly for that. So like cream shadows, that kind of thing. You'll see it comes up to a taper, little point there, but at the same time it is also kind of flat. So it packs those creams and blends them in very nicely. Alright, then we've got a couple of eyeshadow brushes. I'm going to show you guys my fluffy ones first. The first one is the 863 from Sedona Lace. It is a fluffy brush. It is fatter at the top, so it works great for blending. Very, very soft. Very good for circular motions, right? You know, as your transition shade, you can go circular motions. Oh, my brows look funny. So it works great for transitions and blending. It works great for dry blending, meaning no shade on the, no color on the brush. You're just blending existing color on the eyes. Works great for that. Another one I also use for transitions and blending is the Morphe 441. And this is also a blending brush. Again, this is a fluffy brush. It's kind of pinched in a little bit at the bottom and flares out at the top. Again, just like the Sedona Lace, it's very soft and very blendy. Look, I've got some color still on it, you can see. And it's really easy to go in circular motions and really get a good transition blend. Then for my crease, I've got this e.l.f. crease brush, this little guy right here, and this is a pointed, tipped kind of fluffy brush that fits in perfectly right here. It's awesome. Love this brush. $3 anywhere that sells e.l.f. The other one is my EB15 from Sedona Lace. Again, this one comes to a very tapered point at the top, and again, fits right into the crease perfectly, while still these tapers here kind of blend out the top and the bottom of the crease as well. So this is a perfect little brush, and again, this is the Sedona Lace EB15, so perfect for, you know, just some really blended out crease work. And then also for some blended out crease work, I like the Morphe M433, this guy right here, and you'll notice this one is kind of flatter, so it works great for lid shades, but it's also kind of pinched in on the side. So it tapers up to the top, and it also fits right into the crease, and I can get that outer V. So I can pack shadow into the outer V with this, and then pull it up into the crease and blend it. So I can really get a really nice outer V with this 443 from Morphe. Sorry, 433 from Morphe. Alright, then for my lid, I'm about to run out of memory card. For my lid, I love my Sonia Kashuk brush, and I don't know what this one is called. This is just the Sonia Kashuk. I think this is just the small shadow brush, and you'll notice it's very tapered here towards the tip. Okay, so it comes up to a taper like this. It is flat. It works great for packing on shadow onto the lid. It's just a beautiful brush, and you can pick up Sonia Kashuk at Target. My little smudger brush here. I can't live without this little smudger. Look how thin he is. He's very sharp pointed, not very soft. It is flexible, but not very soft. This is one of the Ulta professional brushes. Look how skinny. And what I use this for is right along this bottom lash line here. I mean, it fits perfectly right there. I can also turn it on its side as well and get a good blend of whatever color I place down under that lash line. So this is the Ulta Professionals. I'm not sure, I haven't seen it in a while, but I know Ulta still sells brushes, right? Professional brushes. If I can actually find this specific one, I will link it down below. I would think they still have this. I haven't went looking for it for a long time. I've had this for several years, but it's a great little under eye brush. I absolutely love it. And then I have another Sonia Kashuk, and again, I don't know the name of it, but this is just your flat brush here, skinny, flat. What I use this one for, and again, this is Sonia Kashuk, I use this one for tight lining. So I will dip this into my potted or gelled eyeliners, and I will tight line right up underneath the lash line, just like this. And it deposits that liner just perfectly up underneath in between every single lash. Alright, then I have just a couple of little tool things, and then my favorite sponge that I've been using for quite some time. Let's start with my sponge. So my favorite beauty sponge that I use for foundation or blush application or highlight application, I use this for after I get everything put on my face. I will take it, damp of course, and really press it into my skin to make sure all the makeup gets pressed in and set into my skin really well. And it's this guy from Japanesque. This has become my all-time favorite sponge. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Now, I got this one at Ulta. Now, I haven't seen it at Ulta, but Japanesque still has it online, and you can get it on Amazon and all that kind of stuff too, and I'll link it below. But this little bugger is so soft. This is dry, by the way. I don't have this dampened right now. But this little bugger is so soft. So, so soft. And when you dampen it, it poofs up almost twice its size. But yet, it still fits in perfectly here and here. And, I mean, this is my all-time favorite sponge. And I've got the Real Techniques sponges. I've got the original Beauty Blender here, which I like. But honestly, I love this Japanesque better. And it's only $7, which makes it even better. And I've had this thing for probably now 6 months that I've been using it. And I wash it every week. It's still in great shape. It hasn't faded. I mean, it's still a red and black. It hasn't faded. My Pink Beauty blenders, look at it. It was a bright, vibrant pink at one time, and now it's faded, and now it looks peach. So it's like the more you wash it, the more color comes out of it. That hasn't happened with this Japanesque one. This is a beautiful, beautiful sponge, and I just cannot say enough good things about it. Along with my sponges, when I travel, I have this thing about I want to have my sponges with me, but I don't want to have to throw them in my makeup bag while they're damp because I don't want it to mildew. So I picked up this little guy. It looks like a little egg, but what it is, it's a sponge case, and I will travel with this, and my sponge just fits right in there perfectly. And now I can toss it in my makeup bag and go. And it's got air holes in it so it can breathe. And this is just a really, really nice case. I actually got this at TJ Maxx. It was like $2. And very, very, very affordable. I was looking at some of the other cases before I went on my trip last year. I was looking at like the Real Techniques one, and I didn't look really, really close at it because it was more expensive than this, but at the same time I didn't notice any breathing holes in it, so I was afraid the sponge was going to get mildewy, so I didn't get that one. This one has worked great, and it's got a little flat bottom here, so if you want to just stand it up on your counter, it just stands right up. So it's pretty awesome. Okay, then I have to have my eyeliner sharpeners. Now, a lot of people think that a sharpener is just a sharpener. No, it's not. I have several sharpeners, expensive, high-end sharpeners that eat my eyeliner pencils and my lip pencils. They don't sharpen them, they eat them. The best eyeliner sharpener that I have found to date is this little, it's dirty, $1 sharpener from e.l.f. This has been the best little eyeliner sharpener I have ever used. Even compared to some of the $20 sharpeners I have. This is so, so good. I keep this in my drawer at all times, and this is what I reach for. I also make sure I keep a couple of just empty spoolies in my drawer as well, because I never know when I get a clump and I might need to declump a lash. These little extra spoolies work great. I just picked these up at, I believe it was Sally's. I picked these up in a pack of like 15 of them. And, you know, I just keep a little plain ordinary spoolie in my drawer to grab for whenever I need just a little spoolie. And then also I have this little guy right here. This is a little spatula tool, I guess. This came in a Real Techniques kit that I got a while back. Now, this thing has come in handy on so many levels. Like when you get to the bottom of a product, but you can't get the very last little bit of the product out, you can actually stick this in there and scrape all the little last bits of the product out with this, and it has been wonderful for that. I also use it to dip into one of my putty primers to get just a little bit of primer out, and it works great for that as well. But for getting to the bottom of those almost empty products that you can't get the last bit of product out of, this is freaking amazing. So it's got a flat side here that you can use to scrape out product. It's got like an angled side here that you can use as well. And again, this is from Real Techniques, so this has come in real handy. Then the last thing I have is when I need to spot clean all my brushes. I need to do it on the fly, do it kind of quick. I picked up from Sephora the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. Now, I used to use the Japanesque brush cleaner. You just spray it on, wipe the brushes, and they became just clean instantly. But I found that this actually works better. You can put this in a little cup and just barely dip the brush in. I mean, just the tip. You can just dip just the tip of the brush in there, and the brush sucks up this liquid. And then you wipe it off on a clean towel, and all the makeup is off. All the makeup is off. Now, you don't want to completely submerge your brushes in this because this will melt the glue on the ferrule of the brushes. So, and it actually tells you in the directions to just dip the tip into the solution. So you do that, your brushes get spotless, you just wipe them off, and you're ready to go. So again, just the tip. Alright guys, that is all I have. Those are my favorite brushes and some of my favorite tools that I use. I hope you guys found this video interesting, and if you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. I know this was kind of rush, but like I said, I was running out of camera space. But I hope you guys got the gist of, what brushes I reach for the most in my daily routine. So, yeah. Again, if you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Also, guys, underneath me somewhere is a subscribe button. It is, I don't know if it's on this side or if it's on this side, I don't remember, but somewhere under me is a subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you too can rock your fabulous 40s, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.